Hi, welcome to the Wine and Vinyl wrap-up with Tony.
Hi.
And me, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Hello. We did something very cool the other day. We had a battle of Cahors. Cahors, France is where Malbec kind of started. So
right,
we know
and everyone thinks that when you order Malbec these days, you think Argentine,
yeah,
Chile, whatever.
Right.
But actually, the sort of traditional old world Malbec center is Cahors. It's famous for it. So we thought we'd just sort of show everyone that actually you can get old world Cahors as well as new world.
Right. It sort of defied expectations.
You know, one day though we should do an old world, new world.
We are. That's actually coming up.
That would be fun.
Yeah, old world, new world Malbec contest.
So this is all one producer. This is a guy called Georges Vigoureux.
These two are,
yeah.
are one producer.
And this one.
Oh, this one
Same
as well.
guy,
Oh.
yeah. And he's sort of the king of Cahors. And he has these great wines that he produces. And what's really interesting, sorry, I'm going to go on a bit here.
No, please. He knows more about this than
What's
I do.
really interesting to me is that Cahors never used to put Malbec on their label. And they've started doing it in the last few years because they've realized, Malbec is probably the most popular, most named grape at the moment. In the old days, everyone wanted a Cabernet and a Chardonnay.
It's a new Cabernet.
It's the new Cabernet. So now everyone goes into, if you go into a restaurant, if you don't know what to order, a lot of people will say,
default.
I'll have a Malbec.
And
interestingly enough, you could end up getting this. Which
usually like crowd pleaser, like the Argentine Malbec's got a lot of toasty oak, vanilla, stuff like that, where, which is what we're used to, which we will be.
Fruit.
And fruit. Definitely dark fruit, like plummy, pruny. This.
But not here.
Not here. Not so much.
This is like tannic.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of dark sort of fruit. When they say dark fruit, they sort of mean stuff like
blackberry
and stuff like that.
Yeah,
which it has, but it doesn't have that sort of sweetness. That you get
it doesn't have that fruit bomb.
No
jam.
But it's
no
good.
jam.
But I personally, if I had this without, you do cheese, right, as well.
Right, we do cheese.
Yeah, so I'd need a lump of cheese with it because this one is actually quite tannic.
It's a bit tannic,
a little bit young actually.
It's 2010, so maybe in a couple of years it would be.
But Cahors does always have that tannic sort of thing to it. So anyway, how did this one do?
This one placed last, unfortunately, but it's a very good value and it's quite delicious actually. I think it's a nice wine.
And I love the label.
Medium bodied to have full bodied. Yeah.
Great
the label's fabulous.
Great label. And we don't normally sound like wine snobs and stuff like that, but one thing I really do notice here's the colour, and actually Cahors or Malbec was known as
the black grape.
Black grape. So and
black wine.
Malbecs always have this great sort of dark, really dark look to them. So
this is where it originated, is in Cahors, not in Argentina.
Anyway, enough of that. Now, luckily we're in another secret location here, which means we can water the plants.
Totally different.
So I'm going to water this rose, and then we can go on to the next one.
Oh, that's right. Well, you can use these two as well.
Never mind. I should have watered myself. Anyway, what's this next one?
Okay, this one's called Pigmentum, and this is also these are all from Cahors, but this particular one is interesting because it has been crafted with New World tastes in mind. That would be the Argentinian style, although this is definitely 100% from Cahors.
Yeah.
And do you have a funny story about the...
No, I don't really. I met the guy who makes this the other day, Georges Vigoureux, and he told me all about the design of this bottle, and he went into huge detail about it. And apparently they reflect the whole orange thing in their restaurant that they have there as well. They have a hotel.
And it's called Pigmentum.
Yeah, but I can't actually remember.
Doesn't really remember.
Anything he said to me because we were drinking lots.
Well, there you go.
But again, that lovely dark colour.
Yeah.
And interesting enough, so going back to the whole Malbec thing as well, apparently you only need to have 80%
in Cahors
to put Malbec on the label. So not all of these are actually 100% Malbec, are they?
No, they're not. I'm at a loss to tell you what the blending grapes are at the moment.
It's Cabernet, I think.
Really?
I think so.
It's Cabernet?
Yep. I'm trying to read the back of the bottle.
Well,
it tells me
on
that,
the fly?
Actually, it's not that. But
so what do you think of this? This is the New World style.
I like this one because it doesn't have that sort of that tight sort of tannic taste.
This is an easy drinker.
This is easy. This one you could.
So this one tied. This is one of the top two.
Right.
It was a perfect tie. Unfortunately, the other one was way behind. but these two
The other one's
tied.
sort of more complex. But this is a very easy drinker. This I could drink all night in the bar.
But yet it's also dry.
wouldn't need any
It's also
cheese.
quite dry.
It's dry,
also,
but
it's
it's-
not. It doesn't. It's not an obnoxious fruit bomb that
But
tastes
it does
syrupy.
have more fruit than the other one.
It does have more fruit.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
It's also a little simpler. It doesn't have a lot of a finish, but that's okay.
Yeah,
You know?
delicious.
So the next one is Chateau Auxerre.
So this is his grown-up wine.
Right.
These ones, I mean, these ones are great, but this is the real grown-up one with the Chateau name on it.
Right.
And they, apparently Chateau Auxerre has been around since the Middle Ages. Well, the Chateau has. I don't know about the wine.
God, you have to love.
But this is his serious wine. but this is not the sort of wine that I would imagine went down that well in the bar, because it's a real food wine.
It is. It's quite tannic. It's quite tight.
It's big.
It's big. It's got a lot of complexity.
Yeah.
But I think people did appreciate it because it did tie for first place. So what happened was, I think, is that what you had was, excuse me, is that you had the two different ends of the spectrum. You had the kind of New World like easy drinking, smooth,
rounded,
versus this more complex, tight, troubled, very nice wine that and they both tied. So it was sort of a pendulum swing. And this one, how do you say that? Gouillon? Got lost in the middle.
Gouillon.
Got lost between that swing, between the two extremes.
Yeah, because this really is the middle one. It's
Yeah,
sort of
and it didn't. And usually the middle kind of goes up, does well, but not this time.
And again, you were serving this for $8, which is great, because this is like by the glass it would normally be $15, $16. So. Well, we have rather a lot of wine to drink here, so I think we should.
We should probably get
goodbye
started.
to everyone and
You don't want to watch. It's not going to be pretty.
It's going to get nasty. Cheers. See you next week. Cheers.
Cheers.